Okay, well, the old drive-by shooting seemed to work alright last time, so I thought I'd give it another shot. Here in Australia we have summers that can be very wet, and summers that can be very hot, and summers that seem to go on forever, and some that just seem to just be a little blip, and we just go into winter. And I'm fortunate that way, is that where I live, you know, I may get an extreme of 40 degrees plus on occasions, but my temperate zone ranges, it probably very rarely goes below 10 degrees C and stays around the 27 degrees C as a medium type of range. And I get very, I suppose, spoiled, really. So when I hear about people having to train and deal with snow and the like, it's such a foreign concept to me. It really is. I'm amazed that people are out riding in freezing conditions. I mean, look, it happens in Australia. I understand that. I know that, but I'm just saying, for me in particular, I don't deal with that. So even in my barefoot running, I don't have to deal with circumstance like adverse weather conditions, i.e. cold enough to snap your pinkies off. But the need for a transition into understanding every aspect that goes on with barefoot running and conditions that you put up with is something that, with the, shall we say, the standards, or if there is no standards, is there? How can I put it? Okay, if you stay with the protocol, try that. If you stay with the protocol of learning slowly and progressing slowly, I really think you'll get there without resulting in an injury. Okay, and that's really dependent on the person, obviously, but if you stay with that need to go slow, think things through, listen to your body, you will get a safe transition. Now, unfortunately, I can't really help people out in questions that come to me about working in snow and ice and all those conditions. But I will say that, and this is a message I really hope comes across quite clearly to people, is that I'm not advocating that shoe wear in itself is not important, or shoe wear itself is not, or is the evil thing. I'm making a statement, or my statement is that you don't need shoes to be a runner. This is the whole concept behind being a barefoot runner, is that if you're well trained and conditioned, your natural form and natural bodily function is to be able to run. So that's the biggest point that I'd ever make in speaking to people about barefoot running. And if you bear that in mind, sorry the pun, but if you take that to heart, and if you're in a particular situation where, yes, you have to work through having ice on the ground or snow on the ground or other whatever the adverse conditions be, then as long as you've got the principles in practice where you've learned your form and you understand the need for foot strengthening and the mechanics that go along with it to be conducive to running, then you can find yourself a pair of shoes that do not have a heel or a minimal heel, have some padding that you can work through, or an upper that you can put some socks on underneath. These are all things that you can then investigate that fits your circumstance and your particular needs. So, you know, don't think that just because I bang on about barefoot running means that the shoe wear is not applicable in some circumstance. So anyway, that's a very quick one, and that's all I wanted to say, because it's actually come up a couple of times in forum posts and conversations I've had online. So that's my take on that. Anyway, guys, have a great week. Get your run in.